Tegan and Coach Taylor with Full Force Gymnastics. We wanted to bring you your week 2 videos. We won't be in the gym this coming week, unfortunately, so we wanted to keep the at-home interactive videos going for you. So this video is going to be for our Tumble Tots classes. Coach Taylor is going to start us off with our stretch.
All right, so we're going to start off by reaching up nice and tall. Reach our fingers for the ceiling, and you're gonna try to touch the ground. Try to get your hands flat, keep your legs straight, and then you're gonna reach up again and get in your straddle position, and you're gonna try to touch the floor and reach up again and try to reach for your foot and give your knee a kiss if you can, and reach up and do the same thing on the other side. Reach for the floor, give your knee a kiss, and you're gonna reach up again, and now we're gonna put our feet together and give ourselves a big hug, and we're gonna twist, and now we're gonna sit in our straddle on the floor. Try to keep our legs straight, and today we're gonna make some pizza. So we're gonna roll out our dough, roll out your dough, reach forward, and now we're gonna put some sauce on it. Put some sauce on your pizza, and put some pepperonis, and of course we're gonna put the cheese, and now we're gonna sit in our pike, and we're gonna reach up nice and tall, and we're gonna tickle our toes, tickle them, tickle them, tickle them, and try to give your knees a kiss, and reach up one foot, and you're gonna wave to your friends, say hello, hello, and give your knee a big kiss, and you're gonna reach, grab your other leg, and wave to your friends, say hello, and give your knee a big kiss, and today we're gonna try to bring both of our legs up in a straddle, and we're gonna wave our feet, and now we're gonna make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. We're gonna put some peanut butter on one foot, and some jelly on the other foot, and we'll stick them together and take a big bite. And then we'll do our butterfly wings. And now we'll sit in our tuck position. So hug your knees, and we're gonna do our crab bridge. So we're gonna put our legs behind us, our arms behind us, and we're gonna lift our bottoms up nice and tall, and try to lift one foot, and lift the other foot. And if you can, try to lift up both feet. And now we're gonna do our knee scale. That's gonna be our position for the day. Hands on the floor, knees on the floor. You're gonna stick your leg out straight behind you. And then you're gonna switch legs. And then we're gonna do some donkey kicks. So we're gonna get in our squat position, and we're gonna kick our legs up 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And now I think we're ready for blast off. So you're gonna get back in that squat position. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off. All right, now Coach Tegan's gonna come and get us started on our first exercise.
Alrighty, so now that we're all nice and warm and stretched, we have created a workout you can do on your couch. You can do this on your couch, a chair, an ottoman, or even your bed if it's low enough. We have made a makeshift couch out of mats here. So we're gonna show you a few moves you can do at home. Parents, I would suggest that you guys be near them if they're comfortable and you've seen them do stuff like this before on their own comfortably, that's fine. But just make sure you go through the list of moves and you're just there so that you know that they're doing them safely before you let them do them by themselves. All right, so the first thing up, we're gonna walk our feet up the couch. So sometimes we call this the Spider-Man handstand in class, but basically you're just gonna put your hands on the floor and you're gonna have them walk their feet up the couch. Remember, Coach Taylor's a little bit taller than the Tumble Tots, so picture them being half the size and all the way up. So they can either do a pike position or their feet will be fully extended up. Parents, if you want to get involved with this, you can always have them lift one leg and then lift the other leg, and you can have them do a handstand hold. You can make sure that their toes are pointed, their legs are together, and then you can just have them set their foot down, and then they can walk their feet back down to the floor. So that is our Spider-Man handstand. The next move is going to be our straddle walk up. So they'll put their hands on the floor. I know it's hard to see from this angle, but they're gonna walk with their legs in a straddle. So they'll do 1 foot at a time, legs apart, and they'll walk all the way up so they are in a straddle. So that is our straddle handstand on the couch. You can have them either put their feet together and then jump to their feet, or you can have them just walk down 1 foot at a time. So the next one we're gonna do is the handstand jumps. So they're gonna stand up and they're gonna put their hands on the couch. Now, they can do donkey kicks where they just jump their feet like that. Or you can have them try to do straight legs when they do it, so it's like a jump back. The other thing you can do, as long as your couch is, if it's against a wall or it's not gonna move, you can have them start in their lunge, and then you can just have them put their hands down and kick and tap their feet together. So hands down, kick, tap their feet together. Just make sure they have their favorite foot in front. These are our preschool ages, so I know some of them are starting to draw and write and color and everything. So just because they write with their right hand, they might not do gymnastics on their right foot. They could be right-handed, left-footed, or left-handed, right-footed. It's all on what they're comfortable with. So just really emphasize them starting with their favorite foot in front, and whichever one they put in front is typically the one that they will do all of their gymnastics with, as far as their handstands and cartwheels and tumbling. So again, you can have them start in their lunge, arms up, favorite foot in front. They'll put their hands on the couch and kick their feet together 1 at a time, and then go back into their lunge. They're gonna finish in their lunge with the same foot they started with. So the next thing that we're gonna do is, you'll need a pillow for this one. A pillow or a book, anything will work. You could even use one of your toys, but you'll just put it on the floor, and you're just gonna do sideways jumps. So you'll put your hands on the couch and you're gonna jump side to side, back and forth. You could pick a number for them to do. Just make sure it's even so they get the same amount of jumps on each side. The other thing, when we're doing these, you could do it as a circuit like we do in class, how we go from one station to another and just have them keep going through the circuit, or you could pick a number and do each one, the first one 5 times, second one 5 times. It's completely up to you. You can mix it up however you want to do it. All right, the next thing you can do is we're gonna do our forward roll off the couch. We're gonna go from the side view over the armrest, just because it's a better view for you guys, but they could definitely do it regular. If this were the back of the couch, they could do it this way, but we're gonna go off the armrest. All right, so she's just gonna lay on her belly. Parents, make sure this one that they can do by themselves before you let them do it. Make sure they're doing it properly and with you first before you let them do it by themselves. So they'll just put their hands on the floor. Just make sure they tuck their head. You want to make sure this is on carpet, or you put a rug down or a yoga mat or something so it's soft for their head. So just make sure they have their head tucked in. You'll grab them, have them walk their feet up, tuck their head, and bend into their forward roll. You can have them do it by themselves. Just make sure, like I said, there's something soft on the floor and that they're doing it properly. They're tucking their chin and they're not doing it super hard. This one is something that you kind of have to go a little bit slower with. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna flip over onto our backs and do it going backwards. So she'll put her arms up and she's gonna reach until she finds the floor. Make sure she has nice straight arms. Her hands are flat. She's gonna lift her feet up in the air and she's just gonna kick them over, just like that. If you wanted to spot this, you would just climb back up, Coach Taylor. You would just grab their hips. It might be a good idea to spot the first one so they get an idea of what they're doing. We do this in class, but if you just grab their hips like this and push them off like that. So when they do this exercise, ideally they would start with their feet resting up against the back of the couch, and then they would put their head this way. So they would put their feet up just like this and then their arms back to start. You could obviously do it over the armrest, but it's totally up to you. We were just kind of doing it for a different view. All right, the other thing you can do, we're gonna have her spin around. And she's gonna put her arms up. She's gonna reach back to the floor, and this time she's gonna split her legs. So she's gonna put one foot up, and then she's gonna kick over and land one foot at a time. That one you might have to spot as well, just until they get comfortable with it. But that way they kind of get the idea of doing a back walkover. All right, well that's it for our couch furniture workout. I'm gonna hand it over to Coach Taylor, and she's going to go over some things you can do with your toys at home. All right, so similar to what we did last week, you're gonna grab your favorite toys. We have our dinosaur friends again with us this week, and you're gonna line them up across the floor with a nice bit of space in between them. All right, and we're gonna start off by jumping off of 2 feet and landing on 2 feet, since that's the #1 thing that we look for in our Tumble Tots class. A lot of times they still wanna jump off of 1 foot and then land on 2 feet, or they wanna jump off of 2 feet and land on 1 foot. So you just really wanna emphasize that to them. So they'll start in front of the first one, arms up overhead, and you'll jump off of 2 feet, land on 2 feet over the toys. And then we can go a little bit faster once they get that. Arms up and just keep jumping with no stops in between. The next thing that we can do is we can do in and out. So this is similar to our straddle position. So we do out and in, and we'll do that over the toys. So I would start with your feet together in your straight body, jump your feet apart, and jump over the next one and bring them in, apart, and bring them in. And then you can speed that up as well and go out and in before you move on to the next one. So you're gonna start again, feet together, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in. For the next one, you can try frog jumps over. So you'll start in your squat and you'll jump up over your toy, up and over, up and over, and up and over. Then you can try to jump sideways. So you can face sideways, arms out to the side with your airplane arms, jumping over, and then go back the other direction. Then you can grab your toys, grab 2 of them so you can hold 1 in each hand. And then this week we're gonna work on our straddle jumps. So you can start off in your straddle position, arms up over your head, feet apart, and you can try to jump your feet out like this. And then you can try to move them in a little bit closer and do it again. And then start in your straight body, swing your arms and bring your animals back up and split your feet apart. So you can try that a couple of different times. Once you guys get that, you can have them do them in a row, or you can just have them do it a little bit slower
and bend their legs and jump. All right, so that's it for our toy time. Now I'll give it over to Coach Tegan again.
All right, so that was our toy part of this workout. So the next thing we're going to do is our floor exercise. We are going to show you guys some rolls you can do at home. We're going to show you some combinations you can do, and then we'll do a couple of handstands and cartwheels to finish off. So for our roll portion, some of you have done these in class, but we're going to go over them again so you can do them at home as well. So Coach Taylor is going to lay on the floor. Basically, she's going to start in like a Superman position. So her arms are going to be straight up. Her ears are going to be covered by her arms. She's going to keep her legs straight out with her ankles together. And then she's just going to lift up arms, and then she's going to flip over. This is called a log roll. So she'll just keep rolling, and then she can roll back. Remember, you want to emphasize them keeping a straight body, just like the position that we went over last week. So for this part of the workout, the positions we taught last week are really going to come in handy, because most of these moves you have to start or finish in one of the positions. So the next thing is an egg roll. So you're going to get in a little ball, and then you'll just roll over. Since Easter's coming up and we typically do something Easter themed, we wanted to show you guys just an egg roll. So here comes our little egg again. There she goes. All right, the next thing we're gonna do is just a regular forward roll. So she's gonna come over here. We're gonna go towards you guys so you can get a better view. So the first thing you want to have them do a straight body position, and then you're gonna have them touch the floor, tuck their head, and roll, and stand up and finish. Now, you really want to have them try to stand up out of their forward roll without touching the floor. So if you'll watch Coach Taylor again, she's gonna do her straight body. She puts her hands on the floor, tucks her head, and she rolls. She's gonna grab her knees, and then she would stand up like that. It is more difficult, but this will add a challenge for them to do. If they're still using their hands to stand up, that's perfectly fine. Or if they're doing like a straddle with their knees and then standing up, that works too. But the ultimate goal is to have them grab their knees and stand up and finish in their ta-da. All right, the next thing we're gonna do is straddle rolls. We've done these in class a few times, but you're gonna do a straddle, one of our positions. Arms are gonna be up. She's gonna put her hands down, and she's gonna do her roll and land in a straddle. So she's gonna land just like that. So make sure that they're saying to you, straddle, so they know that this position is their straddle position. The next thing they'll do is a pike roll. So they're gonna put their feet together, arms up. She's not gonna bend her knees. So if they're not flexible enough and need to bend their knees, that's fine too. But she's not gonna bend them. She's gonna tuck her head, do her roll, and she's gonna land in her pike. And just make them say pike after they do it. All right, so that is it as far as our forward rolls for now. We are gonna switch over to doing backward rolls. These ones are a little more tricky, so parents, we're gonna show you how to spot these. So you're gonna have them sit on the floor, and they'll start in their tuck. And then she's gonna put her pizza hands out. We call these pizza hands because it looks like you're serving pizzas. So you'll have them do their pizza hands, and then we'll just do a broken down version of it. It's slower, so you'll have them lay down, put their pizza hands on the floor, and then you can have them bring their feet up, and then you just grab their hips and roll them over and just have them land on their feet. Now, when they first do this, they might land on their knees, I think it's just like a reaction to just put your knees down as soon as possible, because that's the first thing that comes over their head. But we really want to emphasize them landing on their feet. So if Coach Taylor will turn sideways. So if they do it after a couple times they're not putting their feet down, just show them, just lift their foot up and say, this is where you want to land, and point to the bottom of their feet. And then when they do their backward roll, say she just did a backward roll and this is the second half of it, you're just gonna have them lift up their legs just like this, and then don't let them down until they put their feet on the floor, just like that. So just really emphasize them landing on their feet. If they have this by themselves, they can definitely try it. Just please make sure it's a soft surface. This one might be one that you want them to do on your bed or something, obviously with you around them in case they fall off, but that way they don't slam their head into the floor when they go backwards. You never want to throw your head out like this to go. You just want to rock forward and go. So if they are doing this at home on a bed, we'll do one from standing in a squat. So if they already have a backward roll laying down, they can add this to it. They'll put their hands with their pizza hands, and then she's gonna squat down, and then she's just gonna lay back, round her back, and push, just like that. And then she'll finish in her ta-da. All right, lastly, we're going to do a combination. So we're gonna add something from Coach Taylor's jump section with one of my roll sections. So we're gonna start in our straight body right here. She's gonna put her arms up, and we're gonna do a forward roll straight jump to start. So she's gonna do her forward roll first, and she's gonna grab her knees and stand up, and then straight jump right out of it, and then finish. This is where not using your hands to stand up comes in. So you can connect the two smoothly. So the next thing we'll do, we're going to do a forward roll straddle jump. So she'll start straight body, she'll do her forward roll, and then she's gonna straddle and finish. All right, and then we'll do two more jumps that you can do. So she'll start with her straight body, she's gonna do a forward roll and then a tuck jump. So she'll do arms up, hands down, and tuck and finish. Make sure when they do their tuck jump, their knees are coming in front of them and not kicking them in the bottom. The last thing, this one is a little bit harder. They're gonna do their pike jump. So she's gonna go this way so you can see the pike jump from the side. But she's gonna do arms up, down, and pike. So you're gonna wanna bring those feet up in front of you, like this. So that is all for our rolls. We're gonna do a couple of handstands and then a cartwheel, and then we will send you off on your way to get started. All right, so if you have your pillow or something, it needs to be firm if it's a pillow. You can also just do this on the floor if you want. You don't have to have something to elevate you. You could even, if you have like a thick book or something that's not gonna move, you could use that as well. But we're gonna work on our handstand. So you're gonna start in your lunge. Remember to have them put their favorite foot in front. So arms are gonna be up, favorite foot's in front. She's gonna put her hands down, and then parents, you might wanna get involved with this to begin. You're just gonna grab their straight leg, push them up to their handstand. Let's count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you're gonna have them split their legs, and the leg that they put down first is the one that they started on. So they'll finish in their lunge. So the next thing that we'll do is we'll try to put it all together, and she's gonna try to do it where she kicks her feet together, kind of like we did on the couch earlier. So she'll start with her hands up, and it's okay if they don't go fully vertical. We don't expect them to, but we want them to get the idea of kicking one foot, then the other, then coming down. So hands down, kick up, kick together, and arms up. We'll show you a lower version of kicking too. It could also look like this, hands down and just a little kick. That is fine too. Again, we don't expect them to kick super hard so that they fly over. We don't want them to fall over onto their backs by kicking so hard. So that's a side view of just a little kick. And then once they get more comfortable, they can start kicking higher. You may just want to stand behind them just in case they go too far so that you can have your arm there and they hit your arm. So those are some handstands. Now, if they're just not ready to do handstands starting in their lunge, that is completely fine. They can just put their hands down and jump off of 2 feet. That will work too, just like a donkey kick. They can bend their knees to start, and then the second, if they're comfortable with that, they can start straightening them when they do it. Just like we did on the couch, this can be done on the floor. So it's whatever they're comfortable with, whatever you're comfortable with them doing this at home. All right, lastly, we're going to do our cartwheels. So Coach Taylor's gonna come over here, and she is going to start in her lunge with her favorite foot in front. She will put her hands down. When they put their hands down, you want them to face their hands towards the wall or whatever is that way, the same way that your foot is out. So your foot's out, you're gonna point your hands this way. If your left foot is out, you're gonna point them towards the left. So she's gonna start in her lunge. Her arms are gonna face towards the side as she goes down. So she's gonna go down, put her hands down, and kick over the top, and she's gonna finish the opposite way. Now, unlike the handstand, this is gonna land on the opposite foot that you started with. So let's see it one more time from the side. She's gonna start in her lunge, and she's going to kick all the way over and finish. You really want to emphasize to them getting through that vertical straddle before they go down. Before they land. If they're not ready for that, or if you want to spot them after they've done a couple, you can just do it to where, go this way and I'll grab your hips. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So she'll start in her lunge. You guys can just grab their hips just like this. You can pull them so that they're up. If they're more around the side like this, you can just pull them backwards like this, and then you'll just set them down. If they are not ready for that and want to go around the side, that's fine too. They can just put their hands down and just do a little quick 1, 2 over. We were just really trying to work on doing a 1, 2. If they want to do 2 feet together, that's fine too. She'll just put her feet together and jump them over. And then if they want to jump back, they can do that too. So those are just some cartwheel exercises you can do at home. You could do them outside, and hopefully we'll have some nice weather next week. We had some beautiful weather earlier, but hopefully we'll have another warm week ahead of us with no rain. But you could definitely do it outside. If you do any of this outside, just make sure that there's no dips in the ground or holes they could fall into or anything like rocks that they could land on. I think that's it for week 2's video. You'll see this in your email. Also attached, we'll have some activities. We have a coloring page coming to you guys. Some things you can work on this week is working on your positions for the different things that we've been doing in the videos. So really working on knowing those positions. And we hope to see you guys real soon. We're missing all of you guys in the gym. As you can tell, it's pretty quiet around here, but we miss our FFG kids, and we hope you guys enjoy FFG at home. Let's end with our Tumble Tots rock. You ready? Yep. 1, 2, 3. Tumble Tots rock! Woo! We'll see you guys soon. Thank you.